Welcome to the Jerry Graves channel. The channel talks about how to deal with narcissistic abuse. And I want to go ahead and jump straight into the topic. But first, I want to say leave a like and a comment and hit subscribe, ring the bell. Without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, so today I wanted to highlight the fact that you have to rebuild your spirit after you've been abused by the narcissist, because 95% of their techniques really have to do with just wearing you down. And a lot of times once you get away from them, you still don't have the same level of spirit that you used to have. So there's specific ways that you can do this. My favorite way to do it is just pick a task that's difficult but not too difficult, that mainly has to do with patience, like growing a tree or something like that, or fishing, or things that take a lot of patience, and you just learn to stick with it. Start growing plants again, start doing things like that. One of the things that I do, which I really just started recently doing, is animation, which is something that I've always been into art for a long time, but I never thought that animation would be this accessible. So now I start, I animate now. And everybody knows that this is one of the most challenging things that you can do in art, because it takes so much time to get anything done. And so that's the perfect task to just kind of build yourself back up, challenge yourself to stick to things and just kind of just build that spirit that the narcissist tried to wear down. You start building it up slowly and surely again, just to stick to a task and something that's challenging. And that's what I've been doing with my animations, and I've done some today, and I wanted to show them really quick. Okay, so I wanted to add, before I went on, I want to say that I can draw better than this. I don't have an iPad, and I'm kind of just using my phone right now while I save up. All of those pictures were drawn with my thumbs, and it's not exactly a Samsung that I'm using. The digitizer on the phone that I have isn't, because I just bought a new phone and it's just not as good. It's not a Samsung or an iPhone or anything like that. So I get a lot of squiggly lines, and I'm just trying to have patience in dealing with that as well. So it'll kick up a notch once I get some better equipment, like at least I think so. Obviously, the last two you already seen in the last video I created. So right now I'm just kind of messing around with it, but it's probably going to get a lot better, and I want to incorporate it into the channel and maybe do like a storytelling thing with the animations, or highlight some ideas, like if I speak about body language or facial expression or a certain thing that only I see, like I mean other people would see it, but it'd be harder to explain it with just words. So like stuff like that I want to add to the channel in that way eventually. But right now that's pretty much what I'm doing to build back up my stick to itiveness, I guess, or and just become a stronger person again without having to compete. And another thing, this is very important, that you don't do like a competition type of thing. There's a lot of games that you can play that take patience, like chess or something like that. And I wouldn't suggest chess, because it's not about taking down another person. Like chess is about taking down another person, and it's really not a game per se. It's not really a game. but or go or anything like that, I would stay away from competition for a while if you can, and just kind of compete against yourself and just push yourself and learn to push yourself again and learn to listen to your own voice again. And those type of tasks where you can be alone and it's just you and whatever you're creating or whatever you're growing, it gets you in contact with your own voice again. And so it's just good to slow things down, uh, because life requires you to speed up all of the time, and just learn to just build your grit. It's hard to water a tree over and over again when it takes 10, 20, 30 years to grow a tree. But if you can get out there and do it, that's real, like, toughness. That's the type of toughness that you want to build back up. You don't want to be a person who's going to be worn down and bouncing from task to task and hobby to hobby and things like that. This is very intentional, and I suggest that everybody find something like this to do. Also, I want to say I have Patreon and a couple links in the description if you want to contribute to the channel in any kind of way. And so, yeah, I'm going to leave that in the description box. Thanks for sticking with the channel, and that's all I have for you today. Peace.